Sorry for the short delay, there was a technical issue that I need to resolve. There's another one now. One moment, please. Again, can everyone hear me? Well, I can hear myself, so that's a good sign. Alright, sorry, technical issue with Mixer again. I'm going to have to resolve why the API keeps getting revoked. Anyways, let's start. Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. This is the 44th live session, where I'll cover a combination of viewer-submitted levels and levels I find online, primarily the former. If you want one of your levels to be covered, please leave a level ID in the live chat. It can be made by either you or someone else, but please submit no more than 2 stages at a time. I don't give different level designers a time to shine. There's a level queue to see what it is, the level history, make sure not to submit any levels that I already covered, check the level history for that, and you may also follow me on Twitter. Yeah, and again, sorry for the delay, technical issues. Also planning for tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's game is going to be a bit of a pain, but we'll get to it when we get to it. First up is a Basic Wily Fortress Level 2 by Heavy Elite, with 8 plays and a score of -1. Once again, I'm streaming using Restreamio, so welcome everyone watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. Tomorrow I'll be trying something a bit different, and hope it doesn't break. Gemini laser time. Oops. I did it a bit too late. Oh, okay. I was wondering why the controls were a bit wonky. Let's do that properly this time. This stream will run about for an hour to 90 minutes. And welcome to the stream, Jedok, Leonardo, Lily, and everyone else who's watching. Yeah, small crowd, much smaller than usual. There'll be a much larger crowd for tomorrow. Really? I didn't expect to have that much sway. Then again, I do have a lot of lurkers who watch the videos, either live or in post, judging by the view counts, versus the live chatters. So you're welcome, Eduardo. Feel free to send any of your feature stages. What? I should have been able to make it there. I was holding right. Already the engine's misbehaving. Oh, wonderful. First thing was my fault. That was engines. Hi, Galaxy Man. We have a smaller crowd tonight. Yeah, I thought I went further though, that's the thing. See, I should be able to make it in, so I guess I have to use the tornado hold to slow my descent, or the super adapter. You would think you'd be able to fit in the hole there. So not really an engine bug, just a peculiarity. The Royal City Assault, the one with the collapsing buildings. Eventually I'll be able to make it past that point. Kind of annoying is being stuck at the same point over and over and over and over. Okay. That's how you do it. There we go. I could do this faster, but I'd rather just take the safe route. Knowing my luck tonight. I can do this. It's alright. It'll probably be released this Halloween, judging by the progress. At least I hope it's by this Halloween, if not Thanksgiving. Checkpoint, good. I'm gonna need this. Well, I didn't actually need it now that I think about it. I could have just used any of my mobilities. Oh boy. I don't even have a time slow, so... I had to use that. I could have done it without it, but a lot more risky. Just make sure they're not too long. Oof. Sent back over here, of course. One of the hardest stages by this author. Even harder than their hard stage, to be honest. Too close. To be quite honest, out of the 3 stages I played by this author today, this is my least favorite of them. I much prefer the 2 other challenges. Also, the way this is organized, I prefer if it was organized differently. Alright, made it this time. Now for the hard part. Kind of wish there was a checkpoint here, but you know the drill. This time it decided to ignore me. Oh, careful. No super adapter here. No worries, I always have this now. Despite the joint laser being fairly powerful, the most dangerous parts of the stage aren't really the enemies, it's the gimmicks. Mainly the spikes. Yep, it does. It's been upgraded seriously from Mega Man 3, where you can only have up to one at a time and it lags the game. Double Fair Man. Of course it'd be this. The end. Easiest part of the stage. Yeah, out of the 3 stages I played by you Heavy Elite, I say this was the toughest one. I had quite a bit of trouble at the beginning. I can see why I got a negative score because of that. Out of the 3 stages also has a bit more of a wonky difficulty curve. Yet again, more server errors. Second up is Fearman by Jock74 with 9 plays and a score of 2. Feel free to set any more levels, Heavy. I only have about 4 of them on the queue. Note that I'll end off the stream at about 9:30 or 9:40 PDT. Let's go to Classic Mega Man. I get why this is called Fearman, because of all the spikes. Let's do that properly this time and not clip onto the top. Not far enough. It could be for the Halloween special at this point. Easy solution to this problem. There's the skull barrier. Really? The last one didn't get destroyed? I'm gonna do this section again. You have fierce battle bots. Sure, why not? Thing is though, I kinda wanna save one stream for fierce battle bots. There are a bunch of levels on my queue that I need to complete as well, so... made the same mistake again. I'll just ignore it. I don't really need it. I know. Tell you what, How about this Monday evening? I have time, I'll do it. I have some free time during this Monday evening. I'll finish up the Fierce BattleBot series then and there. Hello, illusions. Hello, easily defeatable illusions. If only I had the spike barrier, I could take the easier route. No skull barrier, but you get the idea. As well as take this route. Well, to be fair, I could still take that route, but it's a bit more risky. Kinda wish the spike stood a bit more for the background. I'm just happy I can lock onto the ladders. Oh no, this. It's not too bad though. They're closer together, and they're 4 tiles. Nope. I was more afraid in the previous stage, to be quite honest. Apparently that's still low enough. I'm more afraid of the engine killing me than the stage killing me. Yeah, harder than Jedok's normal stages, to be honest, or average stages. I really wish I had the spike barrier for this. Next time I'm just using Rush Jet. Seems like for tonight's stream I'm getting the harder stages. Are the spikes in Gargoyle's quest instant death though? Unlike Dead Man's stage, though, I can cheese this. Well, and end up dying anyway because I went the wrong way. Should've stood on that one. Beginning, but you get more health upgrades. That's fine then. Yeah, should've just stood on the last one. Really? I held left there. Again, engine. See, that's the thing I'm much more worried about the stage. Not really the spikes, the engine. That's the true horrifying thing. There we go. Now slowly follow this around. In fact, it flies at the same rate, so it's perfect. Engine. Now I just made it all the way there, only for the engine to kill me. And you see why I have a love-hate relationship with this? Again, if this was Magwell 2, this would never happen. Or Megamix. Or Magwell 1R. Or Rock Force, or Unlimited, or Super Fighting Robot. Hi, Queen Monica, glad you could make it. Not any other engine. Leica's engine was worse. And there are plenty of engines that are worse than this. See, this engine's main problem is drop button inputs, I'd find. Oh. Good thing I didn't get telefragged. See, I like the baseline they said, but they're falling behind stuff like the Megamix engine and the Magwell 2 engine. I wish they spent an entire update for resolving these issues more, but judging by the rate of new content, that's never gonna happen. Unless they buff up their... Unless they increase the size of the dev team by at least 200% or something. Force beam section. We already passed the checkpoint, so it's fine. There you are. This kinda reminds me of another section in another stage, to be honest. Reminds me of Rockman 2 On. Though, much more spikes here. Yeah, that'll be fun. Not trusting myself without damage boosting. Thank you. Well, I need to use the classic way. Yeah, the end is nigh. Again, most of the problems of this stage aren't the level design, more engine. And you can skip this weapon remover block. Of course, it'd be Skullman and the Flower Presenters. After all, flowers at the grave. I'll double check. Once I take care of the fog presenters, everything should get much easier. That's one down. Of course, life versus that. GG, one of the tougher stages in the Sand series, but it was okay, decent. Sad my fun was brought down by those issues. Third up is Wily's Haunted Castle 3 Hard by Lipatio with 49 plays and a score of 8. Oh boy, this evening seems to be the hard levels part. Also, this is the 350th milestone episode. Well, that's one way of being scared. Not so much. It's funny how we have indirect scares like this. Oh no. I will have to use the love letter then. What's the difference between Gargoyle's Quest and Demon's Crest? One of them is a sequel to the other. Further down to the castle we go. Oh, I see. Perhaps I'll play all the games in the series then. The Yoka blocks are actually making this harder. Really? I mistimed it. Have you played the other games in this series, by the way? Oh yeah, sequels or sidequels to the original SNES game. Time to bring out the big guns. When you need something done, bring out the black hole bomb. Of course, it'd be a big fish. See you on the flip side. 3 paths, let's go in counterclockwise order for a change. Alright, I'll start off with the first Game Boy title then. I'll do a live Let's Play of it. Oh no. Too high. Probably gonna use Gambit for that. Oh, of course, Yoka blocks, but there was no indication. Yet again, I wish there was local timers for these, but that'll never probably be added. Oh my goodness. No Yoga Block Cider. I know, now I know what you mean by it being harder. See, I can't really tell the difference because there's no on-screen notification or symbol indicating that I should wait for Yoga Blocks. There's Yoga Blocks to the right. Yeah, this stage is gonna have probably over 100 deaths. I don't think I'll be able to complete it, but we'll see. We had more difficult, died Kaizo, now Kaizo. Also wished in the future to have a death counter for levels like these. That was my bad. Again, if I can't complete it, I'll showcase the rest of the stage using the level editor. Okay. That's... I need to shift my mind through this level. Instead of treating it like a fair stage, treat it as an unfair stage. This is where my experience of playing I Wanna Be the Guy is helpful. That's not how you spell Kaizo, by the way. It's K-A-I-Z-O. Yoku's? Oh no. Yeah, far from being Kaizo. That's why I said this is a more difficult stage. The problem is getting to the Yoko blocks, really. And that. You know what? Give me a moment, please. I'm gonna open up this level in the level editor. I completely don't agree with what the engine just did there. I'm just gonna jump over back there because I don't wanna have to redo that again. This is sadly one of those levels that gets completely destroyed by the engine's problems. Again, I wouldn't mind as much. Again, this wouldn't mind as much if this was a ROM hack. Sure, Leo, you feel free to submit stages. Let me put it this way. Heavy Elite stage was more difficult than normal, just really the starting points. Geox level was Died Kaizo in just a few screens. This level is straight up Kaizo, and requires precise movement. Yeah, last section, but problem is this is already very difficult. Oh, the difficulty isn't so much the problem, it's the inconsistencies. I will, Leo. After I do this stage. So here we are in this stage. I'm just gonna place Mega here. Hey Philip, glad you could make it. Going through a Kaizo stage. So the key was right over here, all along. I like the last 2/3 of the stage more than the first, to be honest. It feels like a Fortress stage, but it kind of felt messy. Like it was an amalgamation of multiple ideas. Yeah, that works. Funny enough, Kaizo when translated to English means reconstruction. Or reconstructed. Funny how it came to mean something completely different. Oh my gosh. Quick weapon swapping is a must here, if you want any hope of survival. And trying to walk off, but this is harsh. This is a Kaizo stage, remember. And it's not one of the easier ones. Yeah, I can see why it's a weapon showcase in that sense. And I like how each weapon got its time to shine, but it felt like the cohesiveness of the stage suffered as a result. Like it felt like several stages mashed together. Ah, okay. Now watch as I die randomly. This was easier than the first one. By far. No wind to worry about. That's up to you. Again, much easier than that section. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to do. I accidentally did double swapped. Favorite type? I would say the special weapon challenges. This was the easiest one. I think I went through them in reverse order of difficulty. Yep, they just drained it rather quickly. I kinda wish we had a spike type in this game like that. Annoyance in that spike. My favorite type of level would probably be special weapon challenges. Sadly, nothing will drop. There we go. Now watch as I die randomly. Oh, have enough health. Metroidvania levels are a nice one as well, but I just wish we had saving. And a built-in map. Yeah, I understand what he wanted to do to Heavy Elite. For what it's worth, each individual section felt fine, but it is backwards. It's just when they're strung together, it feels like it's an experimental stage. Have to hit them both at the same time, I guess? Yeah, I did. It's the most fun that I had in this episode, I'd say. Oh no. I like Metroidvania stages more if the game didn't lag as much, it had dynamic loading, a built-in map, and I guess permanent save points, as some of them can get rather long. The amount of time you have is not high at all. Good luck trying to make it align with this. I'd like to see more of the shorter Castlevania levels as well. I can sort of align the first one, but once you get to the first head, everything breaks apart, falls apart. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is at all. I think I know what it is, actually. It's the face of Acid Man, or Fuse Man. Didn't align enough. How long have I been at this? Well, this stage in total I've been at it for about 15 minutes or so. Remember, the on-screen timer runs... Remember, the in-game timer runs slower than real time. Yeah, there's a coefficient added to that, unfortunately. So it's 6 minutes plus the time before I started the stage, before I opened it up in Level Editor, multiplied by 25%. Bye, Lily. Glad you can make it. Hope to see you tomorrow, then. Will this work this time? Very close shave there. Ah, Breeder. Where you can battle enemies. Battling enemies is the easier part of the stage, to be honest. Tomorrow's games are going to be medium, hard, and easy. Oh, there's so many bugs you can do with that. Oh goody, you know what this means? Debt. Welcome to stream, Jaden. Glad you can make it. I'm going through Lipatio's Kaizo stage. Please use spikes that stand out more from the background. Oh no, you... One gaps in the spikes. One of my pet peeves at these kinds of levels. And low precision... Yeah, I don't really like it. It requires tiptoeing. Now this is not really an engine problem. Well, it is kind of because of the amount of precision it requires, but even the classic games have this level of precision if they were to have one gaps in the spikes. That's why you never do this. But two gaps? Okay, that's better. But if it's one gap, you can see the problem. Remember, I can't judge it properly because the spikes don't contrast enough from the background. I'm not throwing the table yet, Philip. I've been through much worse. See my Let's Play of Rockman R, which will eventually come out later next month. Or this month. The problem why it didn't come out is because of all the editing it requires. There was so much debt. Are you sure that's one gap? A two gap? Let's take a look. So we place Mega here, it's... No, this is one gap, see? It would be two gap if, for example, this was deleted. That's not what I said when I say two gap. I mean two gap wide. You're talking about the way I see the problem. I'm talking about the hole in between each of the... I'm just talking about how wide each of the gaps are. For that one, it's only one block wide. Now I made it 2 blocks wide. See? Now it's 2 blocks, but... I can't button mash this fast enough. Good night, Monica. Yeah, I think I'll just edit it to the left. Might as well. Otherwise, I'll never complete this stage. Frankly, I like several of the challenges this stage poses at me, and other ones I don't. This is the ones I don't. Well, to be quite honest, I like most of the challenges. Even the Malaligned Rain challenge I thought was okay. My main problems with this is, well, the precision required until I edit it, and the fact that the spikes don't clash enough in the background. They don't stand out enough. They are kind of camouflaged. And for these types of spikefall sections, you really want it to stand out. You're trying to make a Kaizo section, not a troll section. Now that's it, I'm just gonna get past it. This is not fun. Straight up. So Mega Man would fall through here, go to the left, have to squeeze in here. This requires so much this requires rapid button mashing that I cannot pull off at all. The thing is, it's not really an issue, it's the fact that this is one of the harder Kaizo levels. If this was marked let me put it another way. Yeah, that's the gap, I know. Let me put this another way. This stage is labeled as being hard. That's a complete lie. This should be labeled as being very hard. Yeah, drain spikes, I want them. Nope, this is much more painful than melee. That or Super Adapter? Don't I lose Super Adapter somewhere? Well, here it is. The other problem using the edits like this. Uh-oh. That was actually less scary than what it seemed. It was a breather part. Oh yeah, that's what the arrows meant. See, this stage has some interesting ideas. I just wish some of the parts of this stage was ironed out a bit. And this stage was reliable as being very hard. This stage is far from having the most number of checkpoints, to be honest. Oh. Oh no. Not a maze yet. If I initiated with a slide jump, I could have made it. Still not yet. Okay, using Thunderclaw. I didn't want to use Thunderclaw there because it's a bit risky, but it's always one gap to the right. I love this team, but really, we need a music swapper. It's not the fault of the song, it's the fault of hearing it so often. Again, this level is designed for a completely different audience. Send this level to someone like Game Fox or Yagami. They'd have a much better time with this. Rang the Bang the EX? You mean the one from Mega Man X5? Well... Didn't initiate the jump. I'm sorry, but I think I'll just mercy kill this. For every part where I start having fun, there are at least 2 parts where I start losing it. I'm also not skilled enough to complete this properly. Sorry. So let's just see the rest of it. It's for the sake of the rest of the viewers and my own fun levels. Then the charge kick section. Then the boss. Then we're sent over here through another spike maze with the charge kick and skull barrier. Then we get out of here using... well, we can't use super adapter, we have to jump from side to side. I'm not really annoyed, but just more tired. And finally, These two. I need to be careful for these fire mets not to destroy the ground here. Let me put it this way, I'm more annoyed at the stage and the start of the stage than the creator. It's just designed for a different audience, experienced Kaizo players. What I would critique would be to rearrange the order of some of these challenges, and to relabel the stage as being very hard. I got your level, Leo, don't worry. In fact, that's the one that's next up. Board Up is a fun level by Jaden Is Call 11 with 9 plays and a score of 1. I know you too, but I want the in-stage music swapper. You can already technically change the music in the edit mode by playing the soundtrack of the stage itself. But that is just different editor music. What I want is dynamic changing of the stage teams in the stage themselves. Thank you, Lipatio. Isn't Mega Man X Next still in oh no, it's not still in development, my bad. I think one of the problems with that game is because it was designed for slower computers, so everything runs much faster than it's supposed to be. Goodbye to charge kick. I never was able to complete any stage of Mega Man X Next, everything went way too fast. It felt like the whole game played it fast forward. Aesthetics are nice here. No, Mega Man X Next. Nope. Only watch Let's Play by Clement J. Or the Great Clement. Although from what I've seen, it is a pretty good game. Could have done its Metroidvania elements better. For flexibility, and so players can actually get more than the 10 weapons in a stage. And they have more options. Plus, it's so that level designers can limit the player's abilities, so they don't just break parts of the stages. DX Advent, I haven't watched a Let's Play of it, sadly. Not yet, anyways. Good, it's not the end of the stage. I was worried for a moment. Reviews say not applicable or not available. That's strange. Uh-oh. Bikes, my friend for tonight. Or my companion. Well, flexibility and more customizability. Giving more power and tools to the level designers. I haven't seen ZX prequel yet, but that's all make the playlist. Remember, if you didn't have weapon removers, then you'd lose out on a lot of different challenges in the stages, and you couldn't have more than 10 weapons you can choose, or pick and choose. course, it's here. Petition... Well, we know what the subtitle of this episode is gonna be. The Spiky Meltdown. Or the Spiky Milestone. I think I liked the stage before this point. A bit too many spikes now. It's okay to decent. Well, you don't have that many weapons in your weapon capsule real levels to justify having weapon removers anyway. Plus the challenges don't rely on you not having certain weapons to break the challenges. And back to the charge kick. It's not as tight as Lipatio's stage, to be quite honest. That was tight. Sure, go right ahead, Heavy Elite. I'm banking on it being either Acid Man or Fuse Man. Or Torch Man. Torch or Acid. I see what you did there. What kind of eye though? Big eye or little eye? This looks like a checkpoint room, or it should be. That's what I'm settling on as well. Oh, we'll have the E-Tank, so let's use it now. 3 E-Tanks in fact. Not done yet. True, but you do need an 8-bit sprite of Acid Man first. But I guess they are out there. And he does have a distinctive set of eyes. Distinctive enough. Well, here we go. That was easy. My biggest critique of this stage is that the difficulty curve is very inconsistent. For example, that tight spike corridor, the hardest part of the stage, this is considerably easier. It feels like the stage had a proper difficulty curve, now a reverse one. I never really paid that much attention to their eyes though, but that's why I limited it down to Acid or Torch. Regardless, I'm happy with having that pick. Not my first pick, but I'm happy to have pretty much any boss from Mega Man 11. Who's countdown, by the way? There are a lot of those countdowns on YouTube. We're probably gonna have his acid gimmick too. Good point. I'm gonna bank on it being Acid Man as well. I suggest move that to the right. You can get surprised by that. And me not paying enough attention. I didn't have any problems setting up my gamepad. Which gamepad do you have, X Diego? I used to play this game using the keyboard. It also go nicely as Acid Man's default weakness is in the engine. Again, bad placement of that. Xbox 360 wired controller. I used to use keyboard, although for some Mega Man fan games I use the keyboard. Really, this arena works better for me than for him. ROM hacks are fine. I recently completed Rockman CX. I'll be completing Mega Man 2 Ultra tomorrow, and starting up a ROM hack by Tatsu. I remember that portrait as well. One down, one left to go. This was, I guess, an okay stage at best. It felt kind of messy, to be honest. Like, it didn't really focus on a particular set of gimmicks, ideas, enemies, etc. And it had an inconsistent difficulty curve. Alright, last level, then I'll end off the stream. Well, one more, then I'll end off the stream. Castle Raid by Heavy Elite, with 20 plays and a score of 3. Favorite section? Probably near the end. What I suggest is to focus on a particular set of enemies, gimmicks, environment, etc. and work your stage around with that. This one didn't really feel focused. For the most part, it felt like I was just going through the motions. Pretty well. There is one more game that I want to cover, which I will cover next week. But for the directly Mega Man related games, I think it worked out pretty well. I also probably want to cover one of the more original fan games, or games. That took a while. Well, as this stage is 78 screens long, this will be the final level covered in this episode. Yeah, I know, only 5 levels covered during the stream. But most of the stages, excluding the last one, were on the harder side at the very least. Isn't that what it's called essentially now? Yeah, it's pretty much Sonic and Friends. That'd be an appropriate name. Most of the games featured there are still Sonic related, but there are a lot of them which aren't really. It's alright, Philip. Not very typical, it's more like 2.5 times the typical length. I see in Mega Man Maker the typical length is about 30 screens, around that. I remember the water stream. It was more like 75% of the levels, to be honest. But I get what you mean. Perhaps I'll have a stream dedicated to only fire or water levels. Or air levels. According to Mecha's website, this stage is 70 screens long. I guess most of it's just decoration then. Oh yes. He has a lot of allies by this point. Wait, I can access that earlier area, so let's backtrack. In a way, this feels kind of like a short Metroidvania stage, or exploration based, I'm not sure. I need to get all the special weapons before I can access the end of the level. And it takes me back over here. Ah, that makes sense. I'm gonna clear the left side and I'll get back to the right side. I thought it was a superpower of teamwork. I'm kidding, but you get the point. Thank you for your generosity. We get pretty much a full supply of tanks. And a checkpoint. I don't know. That'd be fun. A Capcom Nintendo collaboration. Well, we kind of already had that with some of the Zelda games. 3 of them. No, time to backtrack all the way down. Well, almost. I need to see what's up here first. Nothing. Hi Power Kid, welcome to the stream. This is the tail end of the stream, I'll be ending it off very soon. Yeah, I think you did in the past. Although it's been a while, so I can't exactly recall. And explore the right side of this castle. You mean blind live let's play, Philip? And that's our ticket out of here. Well, nothing there. I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if there was actually a secret. I think Mega Man X / Samus would be a better couple. Not Mega Man Classic. Feel free to meme my lines though. I already know I repeat quite a bit of stuff. That's why I say it'd be better for Mega Man X, not Rock. Rock is just too innocent, and not interested in love. That kind of love, at least. But X, he's not as innocent. He'd better relate with what Samus has to do. We probably will. I'm under the strong impression that they're testing the waters for stuff in Rockman X Dive. And depending on what sticks, that'll be added in Mega Man X9. Now we're at the top side of the castle, but... oh goody, 6 more keys. The stage couldn't be over now. Well, he does, afterwards. If you're talking about someone who kills everything and doesn't ask questions, that'd be Zero. X is the much more contemplative one, to be honest. Perhaps Alien isn't his type. Oh, I'll do it when I get back there. The guard dog is getting more aggressive. Well, there are 2 reasons, probably. He hasn't found someone who's his type, and he's worried about losing them, then being corrupted by the Maverick virus and then losing them. True. Kinda wish we had another game that starred them as playable characters, even if they're optional. We'll probably have that for X9, and of course Dive. Well, for Dive, they'll be actually more distinct from X8, where they were clones. Whoops. Okay, I'll note it down, but I'll be saving it off for next stream. Oh yes, that would be a great idea, introducing them there. But first introduce them as allies, not as enemies, like allies to the Maverick Hunters, or as an allied civilian group or something, who helps manufacture the weapons, ammos, doctors, etc. Make them seem like a perfectly serviceable group of people, or robots, or Reploids, you get the idea. Make them like the civilian faction of the game. I mean, Iris was actually first... Canonically, Iris was first introduced in Rockman Extreme 2. Or heck, why not have Iris start in Repliforce too? That way you have a stronger connection. I'm never... Yeah, well, she does, sorry about that. I mean, be introduced in the second game too. As a navigator in training. Yeah, this placement is bad. You can get telefried rather easily. Just run. Now for the rest 5 of the keys. That too. Have X2... In X2, have her as a trainee operator, X3, I guess, in an internship, and X4 as a full-blown operator. As a way to show progression and their budding feelings. Oh. I'm not jumping down there. Not really, Power Kid. This is fine. No wonder why I got so many E-tanks. Well, we don't need as much, but it makes it a lot safer, to be honest. Key number 4 in the checkpoint. Now, I didn't die to unfair stuff. That was only one issue at this stage. I won't call an entire stage bad if it's just one screen. The only bad thing is that one screen, that's all. And that can be fixed by just moving the hot dogs more to the left. Can't. Iris and Colonel were special. And their brain chips were destroyed, so... Remember, unlike Zero and X2, with Zero and X2, they actually had the central brain of him preserved. X had it always on him, so they could rebuild him. But in X4, after Iris and Colonel destroyed, the brain chips get destroyed, so there's no reviving them. They're just permanently dead. That's one major departure from the original X series. Kane survived up until X4, X5 in the original series. But of course he disappeared afterwards, so I'm not sure what happened then. Following X3, Dr. Kane just completely ceases to exist in the series. Did Colonel ever get infected with the Sigma virus? I thought he was fighting on his own will. It was just General who was infected. Plus he was old age. Of course, X6 came and ruined that, but... Dr. Vel? I hope this is the end of the stage by this point. It looks to be. Feels kind of like two stages glued together. The halfway point being after all those keys are unlocked. Oh, I see. Dr. Vile. He was one of the most vile characters in the entire Mega Man franchise, to be honest. And because of him, he caused all the problems in the ZX games, too. Model W and all that. Thank you for the assist. It is a longer stage, but I liked it. Favorite level this episode, I'd say. Boy, for the 350th episode milestone, I got a more difficult selection of levels, until I got to Leo's level at the very least. Now I wouldn't say that these levels are bad per se, it's just difficult. Essentially, Heavy Lead's first stage was harder than normal, Jedok was Diet Kaizo in a few screens, and Lipatio's level was straight up Kaizo. Not for inexperienced Kaizo players, but experienced ones. Leo's level was okay, though it had few screens which were a bit wonky, and this stage was, I'd say, overall best designed. Screw that, Jaden. Perhaps they will. I don't know, though. It depends on how the canonicity of those games. So for tomorrow, I'll be playing 3 games, hopefully. First, I'll be finishing off Mega Man Ultra, then I'll be moving on to a ROM hack by Tatsu, and if I have time remaining, I'll play Mega Man vs. YouTube. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!